So if you end up in Detroit, you have to come to the Henry Ford Museum. Go and see what's happening in here. This is a beautiful building, isn't it? Look at these gorgeous chandeliers. Apparently they came from the Waldorf Astoria. So because we're limited for time, we're going to just do the American Museum of Innovation today. I know, look at this, wow. Where do you start? Well, let's go down there on the right hand side because I can see a presidential limo, which looks really cool. So my favourite RV is a GMC, but my favourite car is a Lincoln Continental in black. Just check this out, absolutely fabulous. Just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, this is the one that he was shot in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And this was JFK's. This next one is a bubble top Lincoln from the 1950s, and this one was Dwight D. Eisenhower's. What we mean by a bubble top is just there's a see-through glass dome. And just look at this, this is FDR's 1939 Lincoln. It's more like a gangster's car, doesn't it? Still, it's got the steps on the back and the handles there to the Secret Service Lincoln. Hang on tight. And then we're going to Teddy Roosevelt's carriage. Look at that. Wow.
1902 to 1928.
So my favourite all-time mobile RV, if you want to call it that, or camper van, is a GMC, which dates back from the 70s. But this is a FMC, which is Ford Motor Company's version of the GMC. So this is really cool. Take a look at this. So just think, if we'd have been born a little bit earlier, we could have been RVing in this bad boy.
Yeah, but we've been in the 70s.
So in a previous life, in a previous country, many miles away, when I first started working, I used to drive a moving van, and it was a D series. Well, this guy that I'm going to show you now, this is a C series, which is the forerunner to it. And apparently it cost a year's wages, which I'm not sure about that, but anyways, it's a very, very cool truck, and it brings back lots of lovely memories. This is cool, the very first school bus. #1 Bluebird.
This is the 1914 Detroit Electric Model 47, and this was aimed at women because they couldn't hand crank to get the vehicle started. And you sat in the back on a sofa to steer it. So we've been backseat driving right from 1914.
Can you imagine if they actually styled cars today like that? I'm sure they'd sold them. Now this is neat. This is a Canadian Pacific snowplow train. Now this next train is really cool because it is the absolutely atypical train that you see in a cowboy movie. footage from the UK. That is Stephenson's rocket. Or a copy of it anyway.
Alright,
This would make my dad ultra jealous.
Would it?
Oh, ultra jealous. Look at that. He would be in his element, sitting here, playing around with all the knobs and the dials and the. Really, really cool. Just to be able to sit here. I'm looking down there. Look how big this thing is. I just have to try and give you an idea of just how big this locomotive is. There you go. Absolutely huge. Now this is proper Americana. Just look at this. Beautiful 1956 Ford Thunderbird convertible. We're now into the camping section, and this is really cool. A VW camper, and it's a split screen, Mandy, so it's from the early 70s. I love that awning. It's actually way older. It's a 1959 Westphalia. Wow, that is amazing. Beautiful example of Honda CB750 in the early 70s. And those of us of a certain age, we used to ride these things. Oh my gosh, I had a cell phone exactly like that, and we called it the Brick. That is amazing.
It was so heavy.
It was so heavy, that's why we call it the Brick. Oh, look at that. That was a Chrysler Horizon in the UK. I don't know what it's called here, but we've got Ford Explorers and all the good stuff. And that is a Toyota Corona. Oh, I'm showing my age now.
Two guys took this Model F Packard cross country, starting in San Francisco, all the way to New York. It took them 61 days.
So then, in 1979, David Yarborough left and David Hines drove a Jaguar XJS on modern highways to cross the country in a record 32 hours 51 minutes. No hold barred. Transcontinental race known as the Cannonball Run. So this one's for Lawrence and Natalie. There we go, that's where you started. And went all the way right through to the west coast on Route 66. Precursor to it all is the good old stagecoach. Alright, so I'm going to take the motor racing challenge and see if I can drive a racing car. Well, on a simulator anyway.
A stimulator.
A stimulator. Wow, look at this top fuel dragster. This car held the land speed record from 1965 right up to 1991. 409 miles an hour. Can't imagine going that fast in something, I don't know, it looks pretty flimsy to me.
He held the Bonneville Sulphs Flats record of 409.5 277 miles per hour.
So this is the actual car that won Le Mans in 1967 and is featured in the motor movie. What's it called? Oh, Ford versus Ferrari, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now this is pretty neat. This is a 2016 Ford GT that actually raced at Le Mans. Just love how they've left it with all the dirt and the road debris. Boy, look at these blasts from the past. Fantastic. This is the oldest surviving automobile.
Yeah, 1865. The
1865.
Roper.
Wow. Look at that.
Steam carriage.
Steam.
Steam.
Just expecting Indiana Jones to come running around the tailplane there and jump into the car and drive away. What is it, man?
It's a Fokker.
A Fokker! Oh, yeah, it's a Fokker. Well, this is applicable to us. This exhibit is called Fully Furnished. As soon as we had a furniture store, it should be quite interesting for us. This is just like, what's that at Disney? What they call it? The Carousel of Progress. Eh? No, it's Carousel of Progress. Yeah, something like that. It's got really annoying music. Went into the nearly modern era. Oh, you know what's missing? Remember on the Carousel of Progress, there's that little dog, and it's back. All right, man, what's the applicable song? We got a brand new combine harvester. Oh, God. Traction engine. Oh, what's that guy called? Fred Dibner, isn't it? Oh, this section of the museum is absolutely fantastic. It takes you through each decade, I should say, and there's all the different telephones and, you know, innovations throughout that decade. This is the 1960s. Everybody remembers the Snoopy telephones. This one's 1980 to 1999. Just look at these. Star Trek sandwich box. Fabulous. Which is that Star Wars sandwich box worth? VCR. The Mac computers. Everybody had a Sony Discman. Amanda comes up to me, she's like, come on, you've got to come and see this, you've got to come and see this. It's the aluminum house. This is what they thought in the 1950s we'd be living in by now. Well, that was really cool, wasn't it?
Big.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I would say you probably need at least 5 hours. 3 hours is nowhere near enough.